Sleepyhead. You got 15 minutes. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. I'm not hearing you. All up.
Mama, I want peanut butter.
You finished your cereal? Okay, go ahead. I'm talking for your sister. Sharonda got a mouth. Oh, come on, baby. It's all right. Ooh. Calm your nerves, baby. Ain't nothing but an old jar. Look at me.
All right, guys, let's mount up. Let's look sharp and be safe, okay? Morning, Sheriff. How are you? Morning, Commander. Morning, boss. How you doing? All right. Yeah, your men here? Right here, ready to go. Here, I got 28 names on this list.
Get up, get up. We gotta get to Grandma's house. Running late. Come on. Come on now. Fix your sister's shirt.
Now watch yourself. Where you at, Sharice? Hey, Dee. Hey, Gladys. Come on. Come on, please.
That's Grandma. Bye, y'all. Bye. Hi, baby.
Good morning, Glories. Come on. Hey, Mama. Hey, girl. Come on up here. Grandma got y'all some grit.
All right, you guys behave in there.
Especially those on environmental fronts, to warn their constituencies Bush could win.
Another fairly warm day for November, with temperatures topping out in the mid-60s. Traffic on the southbound 84 continues to be slow due to roadwork near exit.
George W. Bush hammers on his charge that Al Gore
Morning, Ben.
is
Some coffee?
Please, thank you.
himself as a uniter in chief.
He scares the elderly for political gain.
Good morning. How you doing, honey? Want some coffee?
Yes, please.
Did you get your hair done?
Sure did.
Looks good. We got a hair show this weekend.
Texas Championship, grand prize $5,000.
You going with LaVasha again?
We've been practicing for months. I'm hoping to win enough to start up at junior college.
Well, good luck to you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Mobile units on the way.
Roger that.
Grandma, can I go see Aunt Grace?
Mm-hmm. Sharice, take her my good bowl there. Hold it with both hands. My grandma gave me that from Alabama.
Bye-bye, Grandma.
Bye-bye.
All units in position.
Go on your command.
Stay here. No, stay here.
Hands up, kid! Come here!
Got one jump in the units.
Roger that.
Yo, D, can I get a refill?
Sure thing, Julie. Y'all need anything else?
You D. Roberts? D. Roberts?
Excuse me. Hey, what did I do? Will you tell me what I did?
What's going on?
What did I do? You gotta tell me. I think it's my parking tickets. I'm sorry, Governor.
Parking tickets? Oh, this is ridiculous. I'll pay the parking ticket.
Just back away, man.
I said I'll pay the parking ticket.
I said step away, man.
We got Roberts and we're inbound.
Roger that.
D?
Gladys?
You kidding me? All of us in this tiny shithole.
When do I get my phone call? I gotta call my kids.
They was running like cockroaches from a burning torch. No one figured on the U-Hauls. He would have loved it. Surprised them all.
Beckett's still using the helicopter?
Of course. He loves that thing, man. Scares the shit out of him.
You know, you've been watching too many cop shows, man. You know that.
Anybody get hurt?
No, got some bruises, that's about it. Nothing serious.
Hey, Mama.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm fine.
How the girls?
You know, the rage scared them, but they all right. Dee, you ain't done nothing to get all caught up in this mess, have you? I mean, somebody said that they was looking for you.
Mama, you know I don't have nothing to do with that.
I know that. I know.
It's my parking tickets. I got, $782.
$782? Good Lord. Girl. Hell, you can buy a car for that much money.
I know, Mama. I'm sorry. I'm scared in here. Can you help me out of here? I'll pay you back, I promise.
When you seeing the judge?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow. I'll find it, I guess, you know.
Thank you, Mama. Oh. Tell the girls that I will be there tomorrow. I love you.
I love you. Don't worry, girl.
Bye.
Does the county have a recommendation on bail, Mr. Beckett?
County sees Mr. Lee Ray as a flight risk, Your Honor. Would like bail to be set to $50,000.
So ordered. Mr. Lee Ray, court appoints Mr. David Higgins as your lawyer. Sets bail at $50,000. Schedules a preliminary hearing on your case for March 23rd. Are you Mrs. D. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the charges that are being brought against you by Harmon County, Ms. Roberts?
I think I'm here for my parking tickets.
Ms. Roberts, you're charged with distributing narcotics in a school zone. Is that correct, Mr. Beckett?
It is, Your Honor.
That can't be right. I never had anything to do with drugs.
Well, I take that as a not guilty plea. Can you afford an attorney, Ms. Roberts?
No, sir.
Does the county have a recommendation on bail, Mr. Beckett?
Selling drugs in a school zone is a very serious charge, Your Honor. County recommends bail at $70,000.
Ms. Roberts, court appoints Mr. David Higgins as your lawyer. Sets bail at $70,000. Schedules a preliminary hearing on your case for March 23rd.
Now hurry up.
Alma,
Hey, Gerald.
heard about D. Figured I better come get the girls. Hey, here's what I got. Look.
Hey!
Yeah, come on, let's get out of here. Come on, we go bye-bye. We going bye-bye.
You know Dee got custody.
D's in jail.
She ain't staying.
That's not what I hear.
Hello, Miss Roberts. I'm David Higgins, the lawyer appointed by Judge Pryor to represent you. And this is Robert Foster, the Assistant District Attorney.
Ms. Roberts, you've been indicted by a grand jury as a drug dealer.
And the district attorney's been gathering information for months. He has a very strong case.
There must be some kind of mistake.
Miss Roberts, I would advise you to be silent. Mr. Foster's job is to build a case against you.
You can ask anyone. I don't have anything to do with
you're only
drugs.
hurting yourself. Mr. Foster, were drugs found on Miss Roberts' person when she was arrested?
Apparently not.
At her place of work? In her home? Does she have any record as a drug dealer?
The Harmon County Drug Task Force has conducted an extremely impressive operation. It convinced the DA, it convinced the grand jury, and frankly, David, if you saw it, it'd convince you.
Miss Roberts, how many children do you have?
4. Sharice is 8. Sharonda's 5. LaQuisha's 4. Tanya's 2. But I never done any drugs, and I haven't
Mr. Foster, could I speak with you alone for a minute, please?
Certainly. Ms. Roberts, you have a very talented lawyer. And against my better judgment, he has convinced me to offer you a plea bargain.
Ms. Roberts, despite what Mr. Foster believes to be the strength of his case, because your record is relatively clean, and due to the nature
and because of the age and the needs of your children,
he's prepared to offer you a plea.
If you plead guilty to felony possession with intent to distribute, you can go home today with a 10-year suspended sentence and a small fine.
But I never sold any drugs.
Then post bail will set a court date.
$70,000.
Or you can stay in jail and await your pretrial hearing in March.
That's almost 6 months. I can't do that. I mean, what am I going to do about my kids?
I'm sorry the burden your behavior has imposed on your children, Miss Roberts. That is why I'm prepared to offer you a plea. But be under no doubt, if you don't take the plea, we will prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Goodbye, David.
What does he mean by the fullest extent of the law?
16 to 25 years.
Be careful the shit you hear from the public defender.
Mm-hmm.
Did he tell you if you plead, you a felon? No more food stamps, no AFDC, no welfare, no Medicare for you or your kids. Never again.
Can't get a job, can't vote. You girls in the project? Then they throw you out. That's government housing.
Miss Alma Roberts, I came to get my granddaughters for church. Are they ready? Oh, come on, baby. Don't push her. Come on, sweetie. Come here. What diaper is full?
She ain't bothered by it.
I'm bothered by it.
It bothers you, you change it.
I'll come by when I want them back.
That's great. Daryl, that's just great. Come on, y'all.
You don't think she might have been mixed up with drugs, do you?
No, he ain't no angel, but she sure ain't no drug dealer. What's going on? Come here. Cut that out. Don't you push her. Therese, acting like that in your Sunday clothes. Stop it.
Come on, stop that distance. This is what the Lord expects from you on the Sabbath? Therese Chantrell, what's wrong?
She grabs me. Because you call my mama a drug dealer. Your mama is a drug dealer.
Wait a minute. Come on, not another word from either one of you. Not another word. And y'all see this here. Y'all see this here. This thing done trickled down to the children. Now, I wonder where they got that from. Half of our congregation is in trouble with the law. Some that did wrong and some that didn't. Therese Chantrell, I want you...
Thanks, Curtis.
D. Roberts.
Oh, no.
You look great.
Hey.
10 minutes.
There she is. I see her.
Hey, Mom.
Hey. Say hi to your mama.
Hey, babies.
Hey, Mama.
You see her? Come here, sweetheart. You look good, Dee.
Look at my hair, Mama. I am not looking good. But look at y'all. How pretty you are in your Sunday dresses.
We been to church.
What happened to Cherise?
Oh, she okay.
She just got into a little scuffle.
Hey, let me talk to her.
Come on, Sheree. Come on up here so your mom can see you. Come here. Can you see her? Come on up here so you can see her.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Mama.
What happened to you?
Nothing.
I can see something happen. Come on.
They say you're standing here for life. They say we're gonna be homeless.
You know what? Everybody calm down. Calm down. It's all right. It's all right. You are not going to be homeless. They crazy. Because your mama's coming home. She's coming home real soon.
Ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
They offer you a plea.
I didn't do anything, Mama.
D, everybody please. And nobody have us guilty.
I'll be a convicted felon, Mama.
You be home with your girls.
They throw me out the apartment. I lose my food stamps, the money for Sharonda's medicine.
You gonna lose all that anyway if you go to prison.
Didn't you always say, the truth will set you free?
Girl, that's in the afterlife. God care about the truth. The DA don't give a shit about the truth. He lock niggas up to judgment day.
Time's up.
Hey?
Daryl has been coming by to get the girls. So you think about that when you're thinking on what to do.
He's still with Claudia.
Mama.
Don't leave the girls alone with her. D, I'm doing the best I can.
Mama.
He is the daddy.
Mama.
Do not leave them alone with her.
Promise me, Mama.
Think about that, please.
Mama. Mama, you know what she's done to them.
Mama. Bye, Mama. Oh, babies. Bye.
Love you.
Bye, babies. Bye, babies. I love you, Mama.
D.
Bye.
Bye, D. We love you. Come on, baby. Let's get out of this jail. Love to see black folks up in this place.
Desk and he said, you know how many times I've been through this with you? I will tell you right now, you're going to have to arrest me because I don't give a shit what you do.
Excuse me. Do y'all know where I might find Judge Pryor?
Judge Pryor?
Yes, Sam.
I have someone here who would like to speak with you.
Now, come on in.
Appreciate it.
I think the U.S. Supreme Court...
We've counted all the votes. We counted them on election day.
You haven't counted them.
Recount the machine.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
This is what I called y'all about.
How's Dee doing? You sure miss her.
She all right. The judge say he'll lower Dee's bail if enough folks sign this here. They say you have never seen her doing or selling drugs.
That color sure looking good on you,
I
girl.
love it. I love it. I think I want to bump it up there.
Give Dee our love and tell her we sure miss her around here, okay?
Y'all know I will. Tamika, I need you to sign.
Now listen up, listen to me now, listen to me. Year after year, we have endured these raids on our community, and I, for one, have had enough. So I put in a call to my old friend, Joe Fisher, up at Baylor Law School. Professor Fisher has a long history of fighting for what's right here in Texas, and we thank him for that. Well, Joe didn't let us down, because next thing I know, I'm talking to a Mr. David Cohen at the ACLU. Mr. Cohen.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Reverend. My associate, Byron Hill, and I appreciate your inviting us here tonight. What's happening in Melody is happening all over our country. Drug task forces use military tactics to terrorize poor people, and drug laws selectively target people of color. Meanwhile, federal money goes to the counties that convict the most people, and plea bargains are aggressively pushed to hasten those convictions. Now, can anyone guess what percentage of the criminal cases in our country are settled by plea bargains? Just guess. How many folks never see a jury of their peers?
Half.
95%. For most people, the penalties of not taking the plea are so frightening that even if they're innocent, they plead guilty.
My son James got arrested up in the projects.
Uh-huh.
Can you help him post bail?
The ACLU does not post bail money. But we do offer legal advice and expert testimony.
Young man, I'm grateful for your offer. But I don't know that a ACLU Yankee lawyer can help my child with no Texas jury.
Look, he's here, and he wants to help. Because there ain't no way my son gonna get a fair trial as long as Becky cuts the cards. That's right. Now, the DA wants Brian to take an 8-year plea. If he doesn't, they push it for 25 years.
The story you're telling is exactly why we're here.
Our oldest boy fought charges 3 years ago. He didn't stand a chance. He's in for 15 years.
Yeah, something really exciting and fun.
What is it?
Count to 17.
That could be fun. Well, do you want to start it? Or shall I?
I'll start it first.
Okay, you start it.
1,
2,
Tanya, come on, so I can change the diaper, girl. Come on.
3.
3. Yeah, 3. If you have 4. Come on, Tanya. Your diaper gonna be full. 5.
Texas law says a grand jury can indict them on the word of a single informant.
So all I have to do is accuse you?
Then I can be indicted and arrested, and I'm told to take the plea or else.
And this system is an abomination. Poor black folks are easy pickings.
But we can change the system. We're going to hit this DA really hard.
Up in the city, a DA may not be a big deal, but down here, he rules like a king. Beckett's been the DA for 9 years. White folks vote for him because he keeps the town quiet. Black folks, half of them are too lazy to vote, and the other half can't vote because they're felons. I find you your lead plaintiff, but they gonna be in for a hell of a ride.
Roberts, your lawyer's here.
You got what I've been asking for? I really need him.
You too good to wad up toilet paper like everybody else? Let's go.
DA is playing hardball with us. He says he might withdraw his plea offer if you don't take it soon. Look, I've learned a little bit about their case. All right, the DA has an informant and audio tapes of people selling him drugs. The informant claims he bought crack from you. The tapes confirm it. And 2 police officers say they witnessed the whole thing. It's pretty strong stuff, Miss Roberts. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Hi, I'm David Cullen with the ACLU. Joe Fisher up at Baylor told me I might find you here. Do you have a second? There's a case I'd like to discuss with you.
Girl, anyone that can make LaQuathia look that good is a damn genius.
You just jealous.
Gladys Williams.
Come on, you going home?
Going home, Gladys.
I took the plea. I'm sorry. I'm just not as strong as you are.
Don't worry about it, Gladys. You gotta do what you think is right. So,
All right.
Hi, girl.
Say hi to my babies.
Leona?
Hey.
Hey. I got your medication. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you. What are you reading? You've been snorting and sputtering over there for an hour.
Well, it's background on a case Joe Fisher recommended me for.
Joe Fisher?
Yeah?
Well, that's flattering.
Well, I suppose that what it is that the ACLU is trying to sue Calvin Beckett and a whole lot of other people, including your employer, the sheriff, because of the raids down in Melody. They're claiming it's a racial thing. Racial bias.
You think it's true?
Maybe. Probably. Maybe. But, you know, racist intent is very hard to prove. And, I got to work down here. I don't want to get tagged with the ACLU people. That's...
So you're not going to do it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't order apple pie. I ordered tuna on rye. The pie rhymed with the rye.
Come here, come to your mommy.
They got me watching Sesame Street, and I don't like that shit.
Here's the sweetie one. Oh, dang. Oh. There your mama. I told you she was coming back. Yeah. What's your reset?
You've been brushing this. Looks like I need a little bit of a treatment. Mind if we work on it tonight? You've been scared I wasn't coming home. It's okay, baby. I'm here now. Okay? I'll never, ever leave you again. Don't let anything happen to you. All right, baby?
Let there be no doubt. While I strongly disagree with the court's decision, I accept it. And tonight, for the sake of our unity and the strength of our democracy, I offer my concession.
Whole system's crazy, Dee. Take the Mexicans. No one else will work in the kitchen. But if you hire them, government comes and busts for hiring illegals.
Doreen, I need my job back.
Dee, how many years you been working here? 6?
7.
Dee, after the police came and got you, they came back. Twice. First time looking for drugs in your stuff. And then a week later, to talk to me about the papers on my guys in the kitchen. I can't be fighting with the DA.
Don't worry about it.
Please,
I understand.
take it.
Don't worry about it.
Take it. Please.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
So did you get a chance to read the material that I gave you?
What do you need local counsel for? Doesn't the ACLU have enough lawyers?
We need insight into the local justice system.
It's simple. The DA decides what he wants, the cops go and get it for him, and the judges bless what they have done.
Are you hostile toward this case for some reason, Mr. Conroy?
Mr. Cohen, when Joe Fisher recommended me to you, did he tell you that before I became a lawyer, I'd been a drug cop for 10 years and that I trained the task force officers you're planning on suing?
Mr. Fisher told me you were a man of principle, a fair man. Does what happened at Arlington Springs seem fair to you?
Well, not much seems fair to me these days, Mr. Cohen, so I deal in practicalities. You're asking me to sue everybody I ever met for racial discrimination. Now, you know where we are down here? You might as well ask me to stick a shotgun up my ass and blow my head off.
Well, that's very colorful. I apologize for wasting your time.
You don't have to be sorry. You're just doing what you think is right, and despite how it may look, so am I. I gotta live down here. You're gonna be able to go back where you come from. I'll ask you again. Why do you want local counsel?
We intend to file very quickly to handle discovery, depositions, and a trial. I need somebody who knows how to navigate shit down here. Somebody to whom witnesses and a local jury can relate. I think we both know that isn't me.
Well, that's a sensible answer, Mr. Cohen. Who is your plaintiff?
Hello. Is your mom home?
Who's that, Sheree?
Hi. Are you Dee Roberts? Hi, I'm David Cohen with the ACLU. And this is Sam Conway. Reverend Sanders suggested that we come talk to you.
Reverend Sanders. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, ladies. Into mommy's room. Got a business. You want to make sure your sisters keep quiet, all right? All right.
So, Miss Roberts, what has happened to you and others here in Melody is simply wrong. The ACLU wants to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And we plan to sue the district attorney, the county, the drug task force, and the policemen involved in the raids. We'd like to do it in your name.
Are you kidding me? You want her to sue Calvin Beckett?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all must be the one doing drugs if you think my daughter's gonna sue the DA in Harmon County, Texas?
Would y'all excuse me for a second, please?
Hey. Since when did you start smoking? Since I spent 21 days in jail. I can't believe Reverend Sanders sent them around here talking about Sue Beckett. You can't be Beckett.
I would need to. He wants to put me in prison for 16 years.
Beckett don't care nothing about you. You take the plea, he will leave you alone. And you stay to yourself. He ain't gonna bother you never again.
Why should I have to keep to myself? I did not do anything.
Dee, it ain't always about you. You got kids to take care of.
Mama, these police been raiding this project since I was a kid. Now that I'm starting on my kids.
Look at Sharisa now. I'm scared of half to death. You think it's gonna stop because I plead guilty?
Excuse me. Why is that any of your business?
After what they done to me, Mama, they made it my business. Dee, wait a minute. No, Mama.
I want to help.
Great.
May I?
Please.
Ms. Roberts, I know Calvin Beckett. I know him personally. And filing this suit against him, it may make him change his plans. But more than likely, he's going to come after you even harder. He may come after you very hard. You need to remember that you still have criminal charges pending against you.
He's right.
Yeah. He ain't gonna leave me alone unless I plead guilty. I ain't doing it. So, what exactly do you need me to do?
So why does it seem such a hard choice, Sam?
Well, it makes him take sides. It'll seem kind of like a political thing, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not a political person. You know that. Well, okay, I'm going to sue the district attorney down here. I mean, establishment would be done with me, wouldn't it? And Leona has been sick, and we can't afford.
Then why do you think about doing it at all?
Did you know that when I was in high school, I was in West Louisiana, and I used to work at town pool out there. And blacks and whites were just beginning to swim together. The idea wasn't very popular with anybody at that time. And one afternoon, I was out there, and there were two blacks in the pool, and there was one black man in the shower room It's in the pool house where I was mopping down the floor in there. And this white man comes in, and he said, "Sam, get out of here." I said, well, I work here. I'm working, mopping up floor. He said, get the hell out of here. And I said, I can't do that. I'm not finished. He said, pull that tire. And I said, boy, you get your ass out of here right now. And I did. And as I'm running out, all these men come running in. They're carrying metal rods, sticks, pipes. And as I'm running out, I heard, the sound. And, man died that night. A couple weeks later, the FBI came to my house, and they wanted to know what I'd seen.
What'd you tell him?
I didn't say anything. I knew who those men were, and I didn't say anything.
Devotion.
Hey, D girl, baby, how you doing? It's so good to see you.
Mama.
There, a whole new you.
Well, thank you, Bosha. I promise when I get a new job.
Don't worry about it. It's on me, honey. Anytime.
Thank you.
Oh, sweetie. That's good. Beautiful.
Okay. Good. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Miss Roberts. Do you think you could start next Monday?
Can I start sooner?
No, we're just going to do a background check first, arrest record and all that stuff. But it shouldn't take long.
It was nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Just keep
No.
Look.
No, we're not hiring at the moment. No.
I'm a hard worker, and you won't have to pay me much.
I'm sorry.
I do dishes, buff tables, anything.
No.
Come on.
I said no.
Pues se vende todo, señoras. Here, everybody has to do everything. Clean the bathrooms, scrub the dishes, and go to the warehouse to get supplies. Thank you.
That's all right for me.
It's minimum wage, no benefits.
That's okay.
Platos, porfa, ayuda. We'll try it for a month.
Thank you. I'll do a good job. You'll see.
Look what I got. Christmas tree. Who's gonna help me decorate? Who's gonna help me decorate?
No truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Porter, on August the 14th, did you buy drugs from the defendant?
Yes.
And did anyone witness this?
Yes. No, not exactly. I recorded it on a tape recorder that the police had gave me.
Are you sure they were drugs?
Yes.
How are you sure?
I tasted them. And when I brought them to the police, they put them on a little piece of glass and put the stuff on it, and it turned
Mr.
blue.
Porter, thank you. That'll be all for now.
Mr. Porter, have you ever been in a mental institution?
Objection, Your Honor. This is
Overruled.
Mr. Porter, I repeat. Have you ever been in a mental institution?
Yes.
And who sent you there?
He did.
Mr. Beckett?
Yes.
And were you afraid
Guess we just found
that
our first
Mr.
deposition.
Beckett would send you
Your
back?
Honor, I move we recess for lunch.
Court is adjourned until 1 p.m.
Well, hey, Sam.
Hello, Calvin. How are you?
Calvin Beckett, I don't believe I know you. You visiting?
David Cohen. I'm going to be here for a while.
Oh, well. I'll be seeing you around.
I look forward to that.
Hey, Mama.
I'll hold up your baby.
Hey, Grace.
Hello,
What you doing here so soon? I wasn't expecting you. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's okay. Where's Teresa?
She basketball. Where the girls at?
Mama.
That's the daddy, D. Hey, watch out for me. D! That's their daddy! D! Grace, get the girl's bag. D! Wait a minute!
Daryl, bring my girls out here right now!
D!
Daryl, I know you hear me! Daryl!
It's better for you to stay with your daddy. Your mama going back to jail soon.
Claudia!
She's going for a real long
Claudia,
time.
you so much
So it's best for you to stay
as
with
lay a hand on my girl.
Hey, what you gonna do? Huh? I got the queens in my arms right now, D! Hold her tight.
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna stab you!
Hold her tight.
She's out of
Hold her
control. Woman 213, she's here right now. Hey!
Hold it back too tight!
Hey!
Daryl, if you do not bring my children out here right now! Oh.
D! Wait! Cut it out! D! D promised they will throw your butt back in jail in a heartbeat.
You let them take him! You let me get them back!
You best listen to your mama, D. You know the friends I got? Police gonna be here in a minute. You better stay away from my truck, though. Hey!
I want my girl!
Hey, now get off that truck. You know I need that for work. Damn it! Are you out your goddamn mind?
I said I want my girl down!
Get off my truck!
D, Robert?
Come on now, D. You know you can't do it. Hey!
I'm tired of three. I want my damn
Get
gas
that shit out. You better not.
Two! Cool yourself down! Come on, man! Come on, man! I'm on my damn chance! Come on!
D, get off that truck!
I want my girl!
You scaring them kids. Come here!
Go on and take it. Take it.
I'm sorry, baby. Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, but baby.
I'm just trying to protect them from your insane bullshit anyway. What?
Mama, don't
Where's my goddamn truck?
You don't have to cuff her. Get my girls out of here. I got them. Jim, come get you.
It's not like I won't have him back soon anyway.
Your mother told Daryl she'd fix his car if he dropped the charges.
Did she tell you that Claudia's an accused child molester?
No one can blame you for protecting your girls, but destroying Daryl's car just wasn't smart.
Worked, didn't it?
Dee, we get hundreds of letters every week from people who need help. People, frankly, just as deserving as you. We have the resources for one major case on this issue, and I chose you. I need you to stay out of trouble. Can you do that? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Commander-in-Chief.
35,000 people at 8 official malls paying between $100 to $200 a pop.
I don't know him that well. I know him well. Say hello. Pass him on the street. Hello, Dee.
Hello.
Have a seat.
Congratulations. You made the paper.
Lucky me.
I just spoke to David Higgins. He should be here in a minute. Did he listen to that tape with you?
Right there in jail. Wasn't nothing but a lot of crap or some men arguing. Not a woman's voice on the tape.
I'll speak of the devil. Hello, David. Have a seat. Think you know Dee? David Cohen, David Higgins.
I'm here because of George Bush. And what he's going to
Just can't find it.
That's what I'm here for.
Are you telling me you lost the tape?
Well, did you call the DA about a copy?
It seems theirs is missing too.
Okay, what about the arrest warrant that Dee gave you?
Well, I'm sure we'll find it sooner or later.
Oh, come on, David. You can't really expect us to believe this bullshit.
Well, I don't really care what you believe.
Mr. Higgins, at the very least, you are guilty of gross dereliction of your responsibilities. And you may very well be guilty of criminal obstruction of justice.
You be very careful what you say, Mr. Cohen. As Sam can tell you down here, you make enemies for life. Miss Roberts, let me give you some free advice. You take the plea. You do a little time on probation and you go back to your family in peace. Be careful you don't get sent away just so some self-important asshole can play civil rights lawyer.
Well, that went well.
I'll get it.
Hi. Is your mommy here? Would you tell her that Mr. Moss from Child Protective Services is here?
Miss Roberts, our office has received a number of complaints from the girl's father, Mr. Darrell Hughes. He claims you're negligent and abusive.
You see them, Mr. Moss. Do they look abused?
Well, that's what we're here to evaluate.
Here is your notice for a custody hearing before the district attorney.
Calvin, care to comment on the jury's decision?
The jury made a mistake. Mr. Green should never have been acquitted. I'm convinced he's guilty and he should be in jail.
Did the ACLU lawsuit have anything to do with your decision to drop the charges against the other defendants?
Look, since the jury made clear today that they do not consider Mr. Porter a credible witness, I'm forced to drop the charges against everyone we arrested in the sweep and Melody. Make no mistake, I'm certain everyone was guilty of sin. Just can't prove it this time.
What about the people who already pled guilty? What about them?
They pled guilty. They're guilty.
Is there going to be some
Gee, that's great news.
But he said I'm guilty.
It don't matter what he said, the charges are dropped.
What you think, David?
Well, it's good news for you. Your suit and the jury's verdict have forced Beckett to change his plans, but the system isn't changing. He could raid Arlington Springs tomorrow and start all over again. He's not even throwing out the convictions of people like Gladys, who pled guilty under duress.
Excuse me, what does this have to do with Dee?
She filed the case against Beckett. If she quits, the case is over.
So you expect her to keep going? What you think?
If Dee wants to drop the case, now's the time to do it. But what David's saying is true. Beckett's not going to change. The system's not going to change.
Y'all crazy. Dee got a custody hearing in front of this man.
Y'all, please stop talking about Dee like I'm not here. Just,
Dee, there's a lot riding on this, but it's your family, your life. This has got to be your decision. I'm your lawyer. I'll do what you want.
Hello, Ms. Roberts.
Hello, sir.
Cisco around?
He's in the kitchen.
Hey, Cisco. How are you?
Hey, D.
I really.
So they just up and threw you out.
That's the law. Didn't think it would happen, but it did.
Gladys, you can stay with me. I got a little bit of room.
Thank you. Wouldn't work anyhow. They just throw you out too if they catch you.
Gladys.
Our case has been assigned to Judge C.W. Belmont. He's as strict law and order as they come. Hasn't ruled against the police in over 15 years.
How many times has Beckett appeared before him?
Well, at least a dozen times in the last 5 years alone.
Then he's conflicted. We moved for a change of venue.
That's never going to happen. No. Beckett knows the system. Belmont getting this case is no accident. We're going to have to win this thing before it ever goes to trial.
It came in the middle of the night. Two of them. One of them put a gun to my head. Told me I was a worthless piece of shit and scum like me deserved to die. I just laid there and took it. The next day they took me over to Mr. Beckett's office and I was real ready to cooperate.
Mr. Porter, what happened after you were taken to Mr. Beckett's office?
He told me about, did I know I could get 60 years and he was real tired of seeing me.
So he was gonna watch for my no-good drug-head ass family.
So he threatened you and your family with jail terms?
Yes.
Did he threaten you with bodily harm?
He told me he'd make a phone call and get the biggest dick son of a bitch he could find. Excuse my language, y'all, but these is exact words. I'm gonna get you locked up, and I'm gonna make a phone call and get the biggest dick son of a bitch I can find to screw you every day for the rest of your natural-born life.
Those were his exact words.
That was his words to me, yes.
Are you uncomfortable, Mr. Porter?
Well, I said I didn't want him here.
Who are you referring to?
Him.
Let the record show that Mr. Porter has pointed at Calvin Beckett.
I'm always gonna be here, Eddie. That's my ride. I ain't going anywhere. I was given a list of names.
By Beckett?
Yeah. He had them right there.
Mr. Porter, was D. Roberts' name on the list the DA gave you?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on, Mr. Porter. Did you put D. Roberts' name down as a drug dealer because your cousin Claudia asked you to?
I can't remember.
But you do know who Claudia is, right? She lives with Darrell Hughes.
I know her. She my cousin, yeah.
Well, did you put D. Roberts' name down because your cousin Claudia asked you to or not?
I don't know. Look, all they needed was 5 more names, and they didn't care who they was.
Mr. Porter, my name is Mark Shelby. Mr. Porter, generally, would you say that you tell the truth?
I tried to. Unless I feel like I'm in danger or I gotta protect myself.
Mm-hmm. And were you telling the truth when you testified under oath at the Green trial? Because the truth you're telling today is not exactly the same truth you were telling back then. So I'm just trying to figure out what about today's truth is true.
Well, he had me locked up then. He could have did anything he wanted to do to me. But now, I gotta do what's right, because the truth will set you free.
Which truth are we talking about? The truth you told before or the truth you're telling now? Because I'm a little confused by all that. Mr. Porter, you ever had any mental problems?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what type?
I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and I can't remember the other one.
That's all right, Mr. Porter. That's probably enough. Now, you understand that we're embroiled in a lawsuit here, and these plaintiffs are seeking damages. And if these allegations are proven, a lot of police officers are some good men not being police officers anymore.
Is there going to be an end to this cascade of rhetoric?
Well, I'm just trying to determine if Mr. Porter here truly comprehends the seriousness of these allegations that were brought forth by a paranoid schizophrenic that can't remember what else he is.
Well, I understand the seriousness of this whole situation. I understand the seriousness of people being incarcerated. I understand the seriousness of people's lives being changed forever and affected. I understand the seriousness of not being able to sleep good at night. Because you're worried about somebody coming to your house and harming you or your family members. I understand a lot. And I know my life will never be the same.
I'll destroy Porter on the stand.
Well, we need to turn his unreliability back against him.
We need a change in venue.
The motion is denied.
But the district attorney has appeared before you 16 times. Surely a change in venue would result in a fairer trial.
The motion has been denied. Is there something about the word denied that you don't understand, Counselor?
No, Your Honor.
Good.
Did you hold a gun to Eddie Porter's head and threaten to kill him if he didn't help you with your drug cases?
No.
Did you give him crack cocaine?
No.
So he could make drug buys for you?
Absolutely not.
Did you suspect he was using drugs?
No.
Did you test him?
No.
You think Eddie Porter is mentally stable?
Objection, my client's not a psychiatrist.
You go ahead and answer the question.
I still can't believe you're doing this.
Well, here I am. Now please answer the question.
Look, I can answer any question y'all want to throw at me, okay? Just because I didn't go to law school doesn't mean shit. Eddie Porter is crazier than a $3 bill, okay? He wouldn't know which way the sky was unless I pointed him up to it. The shit that boy did, I mean, I had to walk him through every single step, every time.
Then why'd you trust him as a confidential informant?
Mr. Arnold, you were a combined county drug task force commander in November of 2000, were you not?
Yes.
Was the drug task force racist in its design?
Absolutely not.
I'd like to enter this as Exhibit 5. It comes from your files, and it's dated a month before the raid at Arlington Springs. Are those the folks whom you arrested that day?
Most of them.
Do you know them?
Most of them. Could you tell us each person's race?
Black, African American. Black, don't know. Black, 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 black. I believe black. Black, don't know. Gonna assume black. Black, black. Assume black again. Black, 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 black. Black, black, black. Don't know. Black.
Miss Lloyd, I warned you last time.
What? He ain't fit to take the kids. All right, the first chance he has to go to a bar, he'll leave their ass hungry.
True, but I'm not going to leave the children with you either. They're going to have to go to a group home.
Look, I got a house. They belong with their mama.
Miss Lloyd,
Look, what?
this is not a debate society. You're done here.
Those are my kids. They belong with their mama.
Thank you very much.
See?
Next case.
Here you are, sir. Hughes versus Roberts.
She's violent. She's abusive. Just last month, she was arrested for a criminal attack.
The attack was on his truck because he kidnapped my girls.
Well, they my children, too.
I've never abandoned my daughters. I was in jail and I left them with their grandmother, my mother, who's an excellent caregiver.
Well, Ms. Roberts, you do seem to have a rich and varied relationship with the law. Larceny, criminal attack,
repeated disturbances of the peace.
You mean where I'm screaming because he's beating me?
Arrest for selling drugs in a school zone.
Those charges have been dropped.
But one can see why Mr. Hughes is concerned.
If he is so concerned, maybe he should make some of his child support payments.
I do pay child. It's called child support, not D-support. I pay for my children.
Or stop seeing a woman who's been convicted for child molesting.
Oh, no, you know that's not true.
Mr. Hughes.
Come on. Come on, now.
Mr. Hughes, if I want any more input from you, I will ask for it. You seem to have a point, Miss Roberts. Perhaps these girls shouldn't be with Mr. Hughes either. Unfit parents are why the state has homes for children, after all.
I'm not an unfit mother. Now, if you want to hurt me because I'm suing you, go ahead and do it. But so help me God, if you hurt my children, I'm not an unfit mother.
I have a report here from CPS Inspector Moss. Based on that, I am leaving the children with you for now. But Ms. Roberts, do not assume that I will be so lenient next time. Next case.
Do you think it will help?
Help?
The lawsuit. Will it really help?
Well, D, an African-American man has a better chance of being charged for a crime than graduating college. The system is so fundamentally broken. Oh, God, I don't know. Yes, I think it'll help. I hope it'll help. Are you ready for tomorrow?
I'll be fine. Thank you.
I should be thanking you. I don't know how you have the strength to keep going.
I have help.
All right. Shall we?
Miss Roberts, do you have a job?
No.
Are you currently seeking employment?
Yes, but it's hard because of the drug thing.
So you have no source of income?
But my mama's helping me out.
Sounds to me like you could use some money. Bet a big old fat settlement check for my clients would come in handy, wouldn't it? What do you think, guys?
Objection. Is that a question?
Knew that was coming. Speaking of that drug thing, you've been arrested before, haven't you? And since.
Yes.
Well, now, it seems to me that the more you do something, the more used to it you get, the less stressful it should become.
Oh, come on, Mark. What are you do? Are you asking a question, or is this a monologue?
It's just an observation, Sam. Tell me about your first arrest.
It was for theft. It was a very long time ago.
You were guilty.
Well, yes.
You were guilty. So your second arrest, that was for selling drugs in schools. Oh, we know all about that, don't we?
Those charges were dropped.
What about this most recent arrest? Tell me about that.
It was for criminal mischief. I busted up Daryl's truck so he would give me my girls back.
You were guilty of that one, too.
Those charges were dropped.
But you were guilty.
Objection. Mr. Shelby, this is not a court of law, and you're not a judge.
Who is this guy, Daryl?
Gerald Hughes, he's the father of my two youngest kids.
But I thought you had 4 children.
I do have 4 children. The oldest 2 have different fathers.
Fathers, like plural? Damn, woman. How many different men have you had sex with in the past 8 years, huh?
Objection.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. Seen better days.
Are you doing good? Remember, they're just as afraid of you as you are of them.
All right, let's get back to these multiple fathers we were talking about before the break. Now, we know about Daryl Hughes, but what can you tell me about the other 2? Where do they currently reside?
They're in prison.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What were they convicted of?
I believe drugs.
Drugs? What kind of drugs?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? Crack cocaine? Would you mind repeating that for the record?
Crack cocaine.
That's the same drug that you were arrested for dealing, was it not?
Well, I didn't do that.
Yeah, so you say...
Objection. Miss Roberts is not on trial here.
Now, Counselor, forgive me, but I'm just having a tough time trying to understand why it is that this arrest has caused Miss Roberts so much mental duress. I mean, it seems to me like she and her whole family been in and out of jails and prisons and police stations her whole life long. So what is it about this particular arrest that is so different?
Mr. Shelby?
I'll tell you what made this arrest so different. I've only spent one night in jail before this. I was 16 years old. Was arrested for stealing diapers and milk for my babies. I did it. They kept me for one night. I knew I was getting right out. To be locked up for 21 days away from my girls, not knowing if I was going to get out to see them again. 21 days in a cage. I don't know. May not have all your schooling, but it seems pretty different to me.
Judge Belmont has decided that Beckett only has to answer our questions for 3 hours. Any more time would be wasting the DA's time.
We knew he was going to give him a lot of room.
D, it is atrocious after what they've put you through.
Mr. Hill, if you were Beckett's lawyer, what would you do?
I'd destroy Porter's credibility. Right from the start. I mean, he's nuts. Nothing he says can be believed, and he's our only source of information as to what really went on. I'd argue that having the police rely on him as an informant was a mistake, but an honest one.
All right, what about the numbers? All white cops, all black targets.
Coincidence. It's a result of the drug they chose to go after. Crack cocaine. Feds target it, why can't the task force? And D, I'd go after you. I mean, really work on you, suggest that you're just a desperate crack mother trying to score a monetary judgment by playing the race card against a hard-working group of public servants. The police made some mistakes. They have a tough job. Occasionally they'll make mistakes. They're only human. Should we really punish them for trying to protect us?
Well, there you have it. It'll work, too. We'll never get anywhere with Belmont by criticizing the cops. We have to prove that Beckett was motivated by racist intent.
How can you prove racist intent?
You look at a person's history. You interview his co-workers, his family, people who know him well. But we've tried everyone. No one is going to say anything about Beckett.
That's Julie's guard. She's a regular at the coffee shop.
Thank you, Julie. It's about time somebody said something.
Okay, we're good. Are you ready, Mrs. Beckett?
Yes.
All right. Now this one's gonna be a little bit harder.
Use connections. Break.
Oh, it's me. Open up the door, D. I know you in there.
Daryl, go home.
D, open the door. Come on.
Stop knocking on my door now. Come on. Say that, Sharice.
Hey.
You drunk.
Came to get the girls. They need their father, too.
Okay, you heard what the man said. They need to be with their mother. Go home. Good night.
Nah, but come on now. Listen to me. Look, think about it. Hear me out. If we got back together, then they can have us both.
No,
we've
been through this already.
Like
Daryl, no.
Don't be like that.
Daryl, go home.
Come on, Daryl.
Go to your room, Sharice. Get to your room right now.
Give me 2 seconds to talk. care. Come on, man. We're getting out of here.
Please come as soon as you can. It's an emergency. Daryl,
Come
please.
on. Let's go.
Don't
Now.
do this, Daryl.
Come on. Get out my way.
I'm not.
Get off me.
Stop it. Get out of my house. Hey, have you lost your goddamn mind? Mama, put that baby down.
What you gonna do with that?
I will knock you out.
Go ahead, old lady. Swing.
Come on. Step into
What you
it.
gonna do with that?
I'm gonna
huh?
knock your head
Go
off.
ahead. Go ahead.
Your girls are looking at you, Daryl.
Crazy. I wish you would. Go swing.
I'll knock you out, Daryl.
What? Get off me. What? You know Beckett ain't gonna charge me. You know Beckett ain't gonna charge me. You know Beckett ain't gonna charge me, D. I'll be back. Come on.
I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Come on, D.
So sorry I'm late. Had a rough night.
It's all right. Sam's already there. You okay, dude?
I'm fine. David, I have an idea.
3 hours, Sam. Judge said you get 3 hours with me. 9 minutes is over.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, there's no need to be uncivil, is there? After all, we used to be friends. We still have to be together for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Sorry we're late.
Mr. Beckett, you're aware that the videotape we're taping will become part of the public record? I'm going to take your silence as assent. Before we begin, Mr. Beckett, I'd like to introduce my associate, Mr. Byron Hill. Mr. Hill will be conducting your deposition.
Good morning. Mr. Beckett, is it your regular practice to indict someone based on a word of a single informant?
Regular practice all across Texas.
And is it also your practice to give the informant a list of people you want to find guilty?
Objection. Question assumes my client gave such a list.
Mr. Beckett, do you frequently use informants with a history of mental instability?
We use informants that know the drug dealers. This list rarely includes Baptist preachers, Jewish rabbis, or wise-ass lawyers.
Please mark this as Exhibit 5. Mr. Beckett, these are your drug arrest records for the past 5 years. Now, Harmon County is less than half black. Why do you think over 85% of the task force arrests are of black people?
Must be there's them doing all the drugs. 40 minutes left, boy.
Mr. Beckett, even black people can tell time. Calvin, you don't mind if I call you that, do you? You seem to have a problem with us black people.
Objection.
To what? That wasn't even a question.
You ever call blacks niggers? Answer the question. Answer the question. Mr. Beckett, you are under oath, and you have an obligation to respond.
I don't remember.
You never said it.
I don't remember ever saying it.
What's your relationship like with your ex-wife?
I don't have any kind of relationship. What the hell kind of a question is that?
She seems to have a better memory than you do, Calvin.
My name is Elizabeth Beckett, and I'm competent to testify therein.
How'd your ex-husband feel about black people?
Oh, he hated them. Calvin hated them. He even hated the children. If they came in our yard, he'd go out there and scream at them.
Do you think his views affect his behavior as a DA?
He thought that people wanted convictions. He thought that the feds wanted convictions. Calvin would say that who better to convict than the lazy-ass niggers.
He referred to black people as niggers.
Yes. Yes, he did. Yes.
Now, you'll remember her, right? Your ex-wife?
It's your ex-wife. You want to see what your daughter has to say, or has your memory returned? Let's see what your daughter has to say.
My name is Julie Beckett. I'm 22, and I'm competent to testify herein.
Okay, Julie. Did your father ever express any hostility toward black people?
Oh, yeah. Never even tried to hide it, you know. Him and Jerry Arnold, they would, like, sit around and drink beers and shit. And they would always say, the only way to save our town is to blow Arlington Springs up. They would say shit like, make the nigger cockroaches burn. Shit like that, you know?
So, how did he feel when he found out that you were dating a black man?
Oh, he was so angry. Like, crazy angry. He started chasing me down, okay? He chased me down and he started whipping me with his belt. I mean, he was just going crazy, you know, like saying shit to me like, you're nothing but a dirty nigger-loving whore. Dirty nigger-loving whore. Dirty nigger-loving whore.
What the fuck are you doing when they're over here whipping me? Mr. Beckett, do you ever call blacks niggers? Oh, of course I call them niggers, you uppity piece of shit. Can't think of any folks down here that don't call you people niggers.
Yet race has nothing to do with whom you prosecute as DA.
He practically ordered them to settle. There's no way he wanted that tape played in a Texas courtroom. It's over.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
let's get out of here.
I want to go down.
Isn't he yours, Dee?
They've offered to disband the drug task force and to give each of the accused a small settlement.
What about Gladys?
She's no longer a felon, so she can move back into Arlington Springs.
And our arrest records?
Expunged.
And Beckett?
Dee, we did everything we could. Beckett'll have to face the voters, but that's the best we could do. The judge was firm on that Beckett's future be decided by the voters.
Will this stop the raids?
I think so. I really think so.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's all right.
Now, in our congregation, there is a woman that has struggled and suffered and prevailed, not just for herself, but for us all. Now, I'm going to have to call out D. Roberts. D. Roberts, I'm asking you to stand up and accept our warmest thanks. Come on, y'all.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say them loud, say them clear, for the whole round world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree that every man should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things that I can do, though I'm way overdue. I'd be starting anew. Well, I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if out my heart I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing, 'cause I know that. And I'd sing, 'cause I know that. And I'd sing,